Community College Entrepreneurial Assistance Center. Tonight's webinar, we're going to have a presentation from Chris McCann, who is with the New York State Contract Reporter. On this site is where she will teach you how to navigate contractor ads to look up opportunities based on the keywords. So if you're not sure what your keywords are when searching for opportunities in your industry, pay close attention and be sure to ask questions. You're free to ask a question in the chat or in the Q&A during the presentation, or raise your hand. We will bring Chris the questions and so that she can get them answered to you on air. Okay, on this webinar, we also have Rosalind Perez, who's our professional assistant. She'll be on here providing translation services for those that have, that speak Spanish. Thank you for being on, Rosalind. Also, we have Jay, our technical guy, who's here handling the Facebook Live and any chat that may come on online. Chris, without further ado, it's all you, your show. Thank you.
Thank you, Kenya. Thank you tonight, to talk about the Contract Reporter. Welcome, everybody. This is the New York State Contract Reporter website. It is the official publication of New York State agency procurement, $50,000 or more. State agencies, SUNYs, CUNYs, public benefit corporations, and also public authorities must post on the Contract Reporter $50,000 or more. Other government entities can also post on here, but they are not mandated to by law. They are school districts, municipalities, counties, fire districts, water districts, libraries, etc. They don't have to post on here, but they can, and a lot of them do. Which brings me to the number of New York State government entities that have accounts on here is 1,598. That's the number of accounts. Like New York City might have Child and Family Services or Parks and Rec. All the New York State counties, all the SUNY, the State University campuses, etc. So, I mean, that's a lot of government entities on here, 1,598. So this, and it's all free. The website is all free. So this is an excellent source for people out there who are trying to bid on state government entities or state government bids ads on the Contract Reporter or anywhere in the state here. So anyway, the first thing that you should do is create an account. There will be right over here where it says, "Welcome back, Chris McCann." There'll be a box that says, "Click here to get started." So you're going to want to click there, choose Business Entity, enter in all of your information, your username, your password. Pretend to read the terms and conditions, and then you're going to have to fill in your name, your address, phone number, all that stuff about your business. That is your user account. You will not be, nobody else will see that account except you. Next, what I want you to do when you log in, after you log in, I want you to click on this Manage Account button right here and click My Opportunity Profile. That is where you're going to choose the categories and classifications of the ads you want to receive every business day. So right here it tells you categories, counties, ad type. I'm going to scroll down. You're going to want to filter by categories, location, and type. You can get all ads every day if you want, or you can get all ads from a particular agency. Somebody asked me, can I receive all of the New York State Department of Transportation ads? And that's how you would do it, is by clicking on this. Most people, and this is where you would enter it, but most people want ads filtered by categories and classifications, and I'll show you why. If you look up here today, 34 ads were posted today. There are 188 ads that were posted in the last 7 days. but there's a total of 780 ads that are posted right now that are open. So I don't think you're going to want to I don't think you're going to want to receive all ads every day. That's going to be quite a lot of ads. So anyway, let's go to the categories and classifications. As you can see, you can pick 1 to 16 categories and classifications. And one thing I want to tell you now, that like the categories, they're not very detailed. But if you want to know more information, you can click on these question marks here. The question marks are located all over the website on every page, and it gives you more detailed information, such as this is administrative and technical. Well, what does that mean? It's general consulting, training, research, temporary labor, translation, et cetera, et cetera. You can see it all there. Then you've got the classifications here. You've got commodities, consulting and other services, construction, professional services, and construction. So you can go through and you can click them on and off. You can choose up to 16 of them. Kenya, is there anything you want me to talk about in particular, any industry?
Yeah, so let's go with like janitorial services, cleaning companies.
Okay, cleaning would be listed under facilities maintenance. Let me click on that. Right there, janitorial. Whoops, I can't move it's under general facility maintenance, pest control, janitorial. And I'm going to click commodities and consulting and other services. That way, if you sell the products or if you also do the actual cleaning, we'll get both of those kinds of ads. And if you can think of any other industry, just let me know. We can always come back to that industry. I'm going to come down to counties here. And what I tell everybody in the beginning is to leave it statewide. Later on, as you get used to reading the emails or reading the bids every day, you may want to just say, okay, if I'm from New York City, maybe I only want Westchester, Orange, Putnam, Nassau, all 5 in New York City, and Nassau and Suffolk. But right now, I just tell people to keep it statewide in the beginning so you can get familiar with the process. Ad types, that's the same thing. I tell people always have all ad types on until you get familiar with what discretionary procurements are. Maybe you don't want to know anything about RFIs or continuous procurement or contractor ads. Contractor ads are very important. I'm going to talk about those later on, but you get the picture. I suggest all ad types in the beginning until you get used to them. And then right here, turn on e-alert notifications. This is where if the toaster oven is not plugged in, hey honey, the toaster oven doesn't work. Did you plug it in? That's where you would plug it in. You would click yes. So I'm going to update my profile. Yours is going to say create my profile the first time you do this. And let's see what's out there right now for janitorial. There are 48 open opportunities right now. That's quite a lot. So what you would have to do this first time, and again, this is the first time you do it, the first time you log on. Every day you're not going to get 48. This is only because you're new to this, if you are new to this. So right here, the New York State Office of People with Developmental Disabilities, they are looking for, it says agricultural and forestry, but I suspect they also picked facilities maintenance, and there it is right there. That's their second, consulting and other services. So let's go up to the top and let's see what they're looking for here. Field bids to perform community lawn care and maintenance services. Okay, I'm going to type in the word, I'm going to hit Control F, and I'm going to look for cleaning, and I'm going to only type the word clean, and there we go. Now, if I put in the word cleaning, those 3 would not have showed up because we would be looking for cleaning as opposed to the word clean. Clean would grab cleaning, cleaners, cleanups, etc. So I do want to say, when you search on the Contract Reporter, we are no Google. Google, I swear, can read our minds. It's creepy. However, we on the Contract Reporter do not want to read your minds. So do search on the contract reporter, make sure you keep it simple and the singular word, like I did here. I said clean instead of cleaning or cleaners. So this is all about cleanup. So facilities maintenance must have something to do with the one spring cleanup, fall and spring cleanup, etc. So I'm going to get out of this and look for another one. CUNY, Queens College, is looking for HVAC. Something tells me that this is also about cleanup as opposed to cleaning. Whoops. I don't know why it did that, but I'm going to have to type in clean again. And it says 0. So it came out because it says facilities maintenance and repair. Oh, I understand. HVAC would be a maintenance repair. All right, let's get out. And this is what you're going to run into. So that's why you kind of have to, this website is good for you to listen to. So let's just click repairs of freezer and refrigerators. I'm not going to do that one, even though it says facilities and maintenance. We're looking for janitorial. Here's pest elimination, same thing. Refuse and recycling removal. Let's see if this has any janitorial in here. Well, this is very short. For refuse and recycling disposal. Okay, so that's all it is. I'm going to get out. All right, so what I'm going to do now, they're looking for supplies here, Wolf Portrait. Well, that must be a specific brand of siding supplies. Plumbing. All right, so we didn't do too well here by picking facilities maintenance for janitorial. Keep it anyway. You need that anyway because that's where janitorial is. But I'm going to scroll up to the top here and I'm going to put in the word clean like I did a few minutes ago as opposed to cleaning or cleaners. And let's see what comes up. This one says there are 90 open and recently closed ads right here. So let's see what happens. The New York State Department of Financial Services is looking for paper shredding. That doesn't really have to do with cleaning, but I'm going to do this and type in clean. Let's see what clean out for a special clean out. Okay, so that's not janitorial. Let's get out of here. The second one here, community lawn care. Okay, that's what we just sort of looked at. General Services is looking for an RFI, so let's see what they're doing. Oh, it's a freight moving warehouse. So there's clean. So they're looking for building cleaners or window cleaners. Okay, so we scored here. So if you're interested, you have to look through it, read, and reread the documents to make sure that you're going to fill them out correctly, dot your I's and cross your T's. It's very important that you have all the information they are looking for. If you forget a signature, if you forget a particular form they're looking for, they may disqualify you. So that's, and I do want to show you, so this is the description. Here is the contact info. So Stephanie is the contact person. Her phone number and her email address is also here. Are there any documents? In this particular ad, there are no documents. However, documents could be uploaded at any time. So that could be the RFI, the RFP, it could be forms that you have to fill out, it could be a question and answer, it could be any forms that they want you to see, it could be the specs, anything. Updates. Currently there are no updates yet, but an update could be an upload of a document. It could be question and answer, like I said. It could be a typo change. It could be a time or a date change. And this last one here is the bid results and the awards button. There's nothing's going to be listed right now because it's an open ad. Nothing has been chosen. No bids have been opened, and nothing was awarded yet. That's why this is empty. However, they should be entering this information in here. Next, I want to show you these buttons right here so you can share this ad with a colleague or an employee. You can either copy and paste this and put it into your own email, or you can do it right from here. You can type in somebody's email address and it pops in, just as you can see. Let's get rid of this. Close window. Bookmark this ad. Let's say that it's midnight, it's 11 o'clock midnight, and it's too late for you to read any of these, or you want to be able to find it tomorrow, or you want to be able to find it to show your employees. So let's bookmark this ad. Are you sure you want to add this ad to your bookmarks? Yes, I do. I will show you in a few minutes where to find that, because I next want to show you this particular button right here. It says send me notifications on updates on this. What that is, if any updates, if anything changes to this ad, that's an upload of document, a typo, I mentioned them a few minutes ago, a date change, a time change, a question and answer page that came up, you will get notified if anything changes to this ad. You will be sent an email that says, you are interested in receiving a notification on this ad. Please click here and log on, something to that effect. And lastly, this gray button here says view subcontracting opportunities. That's if any prime contractors are looking for MWBE, certified MWBE subcontractors. This is grayed out right now because no prime contractors have posted a contractor ad. So I'm going to back out of this and I'm going to show you where to bookmark this ad or where you bookmarked your opportunities. It's right here in the middle of the page, right underneath the site resources and the procurement resources. Or you can find it right over here, my bookmarked ads. So I'm going to click on this, you click on either one and it's the same, it'll take you to the same page. And there it is, request for information, real estate, general services, real estate planning. And that's it, that is correct. So that's an easy way to find that one, or to find any ads that you bookmark. Let's see here, let me go back to, so these 90 open and recently closed ads. So that's how to search by industry terms. Let's type in janitorial just out of the fun of it. Janitorial. And you have to type correctly and spell correctly. I'm a bad typer. I'm a fast typer. And I'm a bad speller. So I have to type really slow in these webinars so that I don't look, so that it looks like I know what I'm doing. Let's see if there's anything here for janitorial. There are 11 ads, open and recently closed ads that have the word janitorial in it. So that first one there we've already looked at. This looks like something very similar. Janitorial services for Ontario County. I'll just open this briefly. So they're looking for services, janitorial services for county buildings. You can find a link here. They may put it under the documents. Oh, there's a document here. Good. So you can see what that looks like. You can either click it here or click it here. Bid forms and specifications. That's how you get those. This is a very good, very, very well written ad. Excellent. There are no MWBE goals on this one, though. Interesting. It's for a county. I do want to back up and I want to show you, I saw a contractor ad here. Contractor ads have this pinkish or peachish color, depending on what your screen looks like. So the company name is Grace Industries, and it has something to do with the Marine Park over reconstruction. So I'm going to view this ad. So they're looking for asphalt, plumbing, drainage cleaning, and trucking. You have to request plans and specifications from them. So the contact person would be listed here. So Tim Malarkey is the contact person. Here's his phone number and email address. And they're looking for a total of 28% MWBE participation goals. So if you are a certified MWBE, that's this is a job for you if you are in the cleaning or janitorial field. I'm going to back up here. This next one here, Grace Industries, has another open contractor ad. It's for highway paving. Now, this should be under cleaning, so I don't know why this came up. They are not looking for any M or WBE goals. Plans and specs will be provided, and that's the information they're looking for. You can also find contractor ads if you go to Advanced Search, and you go all the way to Ad Type, and the last button there is Contractor Ads. So I just want to show you how many there are. Right now, there are 257 open and recently closed contractor ads. So think about it. These are prime contractors who are looking for either certified MWBEs or certified service-disabled veteran-owned businesses. And also DBEs, which is Disadvantaged Business Enterprise. That's a federal program construction industry, like for transportation, roads, highways, bridges, railroads, etc. Also, I want to point out for people who are certified MWBEs, you can also search, this is important where it is ad type. The discretionary purchase procurements between $50,000 and $500,000 are only for certified MWBEs. So if you're interested in finding out more information about, like what ads have this discretionary procurement, click on that button there in the advanced search area. And I'm going to click search. And right now there are 442 open and recently closed ads. So if you're a certified MWBE, you're going to want to look in this and see what's available for you. Next, after you create your business user account, and again, that's only an account you can see, I would suggest you create a business registry account. The business registry account is sort of an advertisement for your business, and I'll show you some examples. So anybody who has an account on the Contract Reporter can see your business registry account. So let's search the registry, and I'm going to type in the word janitorial. And I spelled it correctly. And we're going to search and see. Right now, there are 32 companies in here with the word janitorial either in the name or the description of the company. Now, as you can see, got the company name, category they've chosen as their primary category, their NAICS number, the contact, the email, and the website. But if you want to find out more information, here it is. Company name, address, phone number, website. This is their company bio, their NAICS codes, their contract reporter categories. They're all listed here, and their CSI codes. CSI codes are for construction. So if you are in the construction business, then you're not going to have a CSI code. It also lists the designations. Are you a New York State small business? Are you an MWBE, SDVOB, DBE? Recycled, products manufactured in New York State, et cetera, et cetera. And then the contact person, Eric Fulmer, phone number and email address. And you can also print this off. So let me go back to the description here. It'll be, you can choose either to put in a company bio or a description. And what I tell people is put in, how long have you been in business? How many years of experience do you and your employees have? Have you worked for any other government entities, either New York State or any other states? What about large corporations? Have you ever cleaned in this situation for large corporations? Put all that information in here. And also, of course, what you sell, what your services are. I would say keep it to the point, but don't make it too short where there's not a lot of information in it. The box is very big, so you can put a lot of information in there, but you know how we are in this day and age where we just want, quick and dirty. Give me the information quick and dirty, but don't make it too short. You go back. So here's ASA Janitorial Incorporated. So this just gives you an idea. They provide commercial and residential cleaning services, etc. So that just gives you an idea of some descriptions or company bios. So again, anybody with an account on the Contract Reporter can search in here. I have not taken a survey yet whether or not state agencies use it. I do know that they need to get 3 estimates. If it's something under $50,000, they have to get, just like you and I would, if we need somebody to come in and paint our living room, or if we need our roof fixed, we would want to get 3 estimates too, or at least 2 of them. But the state does have to get 3 estimates, and then they have to pick the lowest estimate. So this is one area where they can search. Again, they can search by a search term like we did, or an advanced search. And I'll show you by a keyword, which is what we did, a classification, category, filter. Those are the categories that I showed you in the beginning. That by NAICS code, CSI code, again, that's for construction, or by county. So build up your company in here. This is for you to showcase your company. If any of those of you out there listening to me remember what phone books are, I consider this like a yellow pages, but better than yellow pages, because in telephone books that we used to have when we were kids, those of us that are old enough, the yellow pages had just the name of the company, the address, and the phone number. This has more information than a phone book, than the yellow pages. I showed you how to find contractor ads. I'm going to just briefly go back again. This blue menu bar, I forgot to tell you, is where you navigate around the website. And I'm going to talk about some of these other buttons here also. This is where you can, your information about the registry, the business registry. You can search like I just showed you. You can log on to your business registry account, or you can join the registry. Those are the buttons right there. So for you to log on to your business registry account, you would have to first log on to your user account and then log on to your business registry account. But I'm going to go back home, and I just want to show you very briefly again how to search for contractor ads, because they're important. Again, you go to advanced search, ad type, contractor ads right there on the bottom. The next thing I want to tell you about is under notices and reports. We have events listed. Right now, there's only one event here. It's going to take place on January 10th. Most of the events are listed here are free. There are some low-cost ones. I have seen some for maybe $10, but it's rare because most of them are free. This one is given by the Power Authority of New York down in New York City. Let's find out more information. And this is what the event is. It's how to grow your business and your career to boost diverse businesses, communities. So if you are interested, you can register right from my website, right from the Contract Reporter. If you want more information, you can email the Supplier Diversity, and there's a website there for NYPA, the New York Power Authority. You can share this event with a colleague or an employee. Again, the same thing as before. If you want to share an ad, it's the same thing. And then you can also print this to a PDF. They will at events and bulletins. I'm going to talk about bulletins right now. See, the bulletins are listed on the right-hand side. When we go into bulletins, then events will be listed there also. So I'm going to click on bulletins here. And there are two of them. There's the New York State Seed Funding Grant Program from Empire State Development, and also the qualified products list for the MTA Long Island Railroad. And it's the same thing. You click to find out more information. If you're looking for the list, you have to email, looks like J. Glorgig. You can share this bulletin, the same thing, or you can print it to a PDF. So another thing under notices and reports is procurement reports. Now this is really good. These are projected procurement reports. So as you can see here, state agencies, SUNYs and CUNYs, public authorities, and public benefit corporations are required to post on the contract reporter what they plan to purchase in the near future. This is good if you're sitting around and you're waiting for those daily emails and nothing is coming through that you really like or that you can bid on. Well, instead of sitting around and waiting for those, you can click on the most recent one of these, the procurement reports. And you can, as you see here, agencies are listed and also the contact information. And it's listed by contract categories. Those are the contract reporter categories that I showed you in the beginning. So they're very general, they're very broad. So if you are a janitorial service, you would have to type in. If you type janitorial, it's not going to come through because the word janitorial is not listed in any of these categories here. So that would be that facilities maintenance that I told you about earlier. And I do want to point out, if anybody wants a one-on-one walkthrough with me, I will give you my I will give you my email address and my phone number so that you can reach out to me and we can set a date and a time and I can do this for you in case if you forget something or if you want to go over anything that I spoke about earlier tonight. So right here, corrections and community supervision. They are looking for facilities maintenance. Let's scroll down here. It's alphabetical order. There it is. They're looking for consulting and other services and also commodities. So that's good if you sell the commodities or if you have a janitorial service. So what you would do is you would call Donna, you would tell her who you are, and you please tell her that you found this information on the contract reporter, because this day and age of Google and YouTube and all of those, TikTok and whatnot, people can get creeped out very easily. Like, where did you get this information from? So please tell them in your cold call that you saw this on the contract reporter, because they're the ones that enter this, so they know it's on here. But just remind them. So call them up, tell them, my name is Chris McCann. I own #1 Janitorial Services, and I see on the contract reporter that you are looking for facilities maintenance, commodities and consulting and other services. I sell janitorial products, and I also offer janitorial services. Is that something you're looking for in the near future? I mean, who knows? They could be looking for lawn repair or lawn service, like we saw earlier when I showed you some of those ads. But at least you're making a connection with them. And maybe when they do need janitorial services, they might remember your name, or they might say, who is that person? And sometimes I tell people, call them once a month. Make sure that they have what you sell under this category here. But call them up once a month. Start not necessarily a relationship, I don't mean that, but start networking with them. So in case if they do need you down the road, they know who you are. I want to point out that there are 55 entries here. We only looked at one. I will scroll down really quickly. Corrections facilities buy a lot of things, as you can see. Here's another one, Bedford Hills. Let's see what they have something, they have a short list there. You can see that greenish grayish color. Next is Woodburn. Let's see what they want to buy. They want to buy a lot of stuff. That one too. So you have some homework to do, ladies and gentlemen. Calling up some of these people. Here's Kelly. She's in Brockton, the Brockton facility. And no, there's more than correctional facilities on here. It's just corrections takes up a lot of pages because they buy so many items. I'm going to delete this so that you can see all of the companies here. There's 81 entries in here, 81 different New York State agencies, SUNYs, CUNYs, etc. I showed you where the bid results can be found. You can go to any ad. I'll show you what they look like. If you go down to bid results and awards right here, there we go. So keyword, I'm going to type in, I'm going to keep it the same industry, and I'm going to type in janitorial. And let's see what comes up and as you can see, there are 34,000 ads right now on the Contract Reporter with bid results and awardee information in here. And what this would be good for is if you are a subcontractor and you're looking for a prime and they have not posted a contractor ad, you can reach out to the prime contractors and say, hey, this is who I am. I sell janitorial products, but I also have the janitorial services, and I can meet your certification needs, your MWBE certification needs, if that's what you are, a certified MWBE. So let's open up this one. And here it is. The bid results, it was a document, so I'm going to open up this document. And only one person bid on the document, or bid on the job, I mean. And that was, oh, I'm sorry, I read this wrong. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 companies that they went across the top. I was thinking they would go down in rows. So 5 people bid on this. And as you can see, the different prices, wow, that's a big difference. Look at this. That's $50,000 versus $287,000. Wow. Anyway, I'm not going to try to figure out why that's such a big difference, but that's what's interesting about this. And let's see here. No award memos. So it sounds like nothing was awarded. Here we go. Has decided not to award the contract. So what you could do is call up Jennifer and say, hey, Jennifer, I see on the Contract Reporter, again, let them know that you found this on the Contract Reporter so you don't creep her out. Her phone number is down here, and so is her email address. I was on the Contract Reporter, and I see no awardee was given for this particular janitorial job. I own a janitorial service company, and I also sell the janitorial, the cleaning supplies. Was there a reason why this was not awarded? Now, I don't know if she'll tell you or not, but what's the worst that can happen? I'm not going to tell you. You know, maybe the prices were too high. Maybe they didn't have the money. I don't know. I mean, they do need janitorial services, but who knows if she'll tell you the reason or not. But again, you're reaching out to her and you're saying, you know, I just want to introduce myself. I saw on the Contract Reporter this wasn't awarded, et cetera, et cetera. Oh, you know what another question is? If it was not awarded, ask her if it's going to be awarded in the near future. Are you going to award this again? And she may say yes or no, you know, depending on it. Here's another one, New York State Victim Services, Janitorial Services. Let's see what they did. The bid received from, all right, so they only had one bidder and it exceeded the budget. The contract was not awarded. So they're telling you right here why it was not awarded. Again, call up Tammy. He's right here. Call up Tammy and say, Tammy, will this be posted again? I'm a janitorial, again, I'm going to just repeat myself. I offer janitorial services, and I also sell the cleaning supplies. I'm just going to scroll down a little bit here for Tompkins County, and let's see what they entered. They entered a document. Some will only just enter the name and how much they bid. Some are going to upload a document, as you can see here. So that's 8 people bid on that. And the award was, drum roll please, it was awarded to Italian US Northeast LLC. Next, I'm going to show you, I'm starting to wind up here. Next, I'm going to show you there are site resources. We have a few tutorials up here. How to place a contractor ad, it's about 4.5 minutes long. How to place my company in the business registry, and also a business user account overview. They're all very short. This particular one is 2 minutes long, and this one's about 6 minutes long. We also have procurement resources, and I'm going to go through these briefly. This is the Office of General Services Procurement Services link. If anybody needs a vendor ID number, or if they have questions about their vendor IDs, click on this link. If anybody wants to be certified MWBE, this is where you would go. Here is the Service Disabled Veteran website in case if you want to be certified as an SDVOB. This next document here, the New York State Procurement Guide, is about a 28-page document that explains how state agencies need to purchase items or services. There's a process they have to go through. They just don't post an RFP on the Contract Reporter. They have to go to preferred sources. They could go to a centralized contract. They can piggyback on other state agencies' contracts. Then they post an RFP. So this document gives a good narrative about that. Again, it's 28 pages long. If you want to do business, if you're out in the Western New York or out in the Buffalo area, if you want to do business with the Niagara Frontier Transportation Authority, there's a link here. Here is a link to the New York City Record Online that's doing business with only New York City agencies. The Small Business Administration, the Small Business Development Center, and also the Procurement Technical Assistance Centers. They are all federally funded, and they are usually located on a SUNY or a CUNY campus. Those links, all 3 of those links are here, so you can type in, so you can find the location near you. And this link right here is for those people who are in the Western New York or Northern New York if they want to do business with Canada. Their system is called MERX. I don't know what MERX stands for, but that's a trivia question. I don't have the answer, but if any of you do, email me. And lastly, learn how to do business with other states. There's a link that will take you to the NASPO organization that has links to other websites that are very similar to the Contract Reporter. And then lastly, down on the bottom, there's the VendRep system link. We have the Empire State Development link to ESD. There's grants listed on there. There's loans. The Contract Reporter is on there, and so is the MWBE certification program. Speaking of MWBE, here's the New York State Contract System website link. We have the Grants Gateway link, and then the SFS link to the statewide financial system. That's how you get paid through the state, through the SFS system. And that's all I have. Kenya, do you have any questions, or do you want me to do any other searches?
Any questions in the chat? Now is the time to put your questions in the chat or in Q&A if you would like Chris to address any of the questions you may have about this site. Just give them a few minutes, Chris.
Sure, of course. Oh, you know what? This is a good time to show my name. Yes.
A participant has a hand up. I'm just going to allow them to talk.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Chris. My question to you is, well, first, thank you for this presentation. It was really detailed. But my question is, I see that most of the ads that are out there are like for like large I guess companies. What happens if you're like just a startup and there's only one employee or two employee? Does it really matter, or does it affect the chances of you getting a contract as a cleaning company?
Well, you could be a subcontractor on that particular the particular bid. So that's why the contractor ads are important for you to watch or to search, and also you could reach out to the contact information here. Like this would be Keith. This is just random. It's not for janitorial or anything. I just randomly, because it was the first one. But you could reach out to Keith and you could say, Keith, I am a subcontractor. I cannot respond to your ad here on the Contract Reporter, but I want to be a subcontractor. How do I go about doing that? Do you have? Because you'll get the contractor ads if somebody posts on here. If a prime contractor posts on here, you'll get the ad if you're a janitorial or whatever industry you are in. But I would also reach out to Keith and say, Keith, I'm a subcontractor. What can I do to get on the subcontractor list for your ad? So don't give up. Don't say, oh, I can't do this. You can be a subcontractor on some of these ads.
Okay. I also have a question in the Q&A. Are there any sample templates for responding to RFIs or RFPs?
It is, I think they offer the templates. I'm not very good about filling out bids because that's not my job. But the PTACs, the SW, here, I'll scroll down here. The SBAs, the SBDCs, and the PTACs here can all help you with that. But the templates, I think each agency has their own templates, and it's different even in each agencies, depending on who posts it, the ad, depending on what they're looking for. So there's no set way to respond to an RFI or an RFP. That's why you have to read what they want. So I'm just going to go back to my home here.
And usually there's a checklist, I believe, on the RFIs, responding to RFIs and the RFPs. So on that checklist, it'll tell you the documents that it's requesting. And I just say, just follow the checklist.
Here's something right here. This almost looks like a checklist, pre-bid conference. So this is a 68-page document. That's why you have to read through it carefully. These are attachments. So that it includes all those attachments. But what do you have to do as a bidder? So that's what you need to read. And like I said, every agency and every person in the agency is different. That's why I can't give you a specific answer on that. Well, this is you can add in your own. This is a fill-in, a fillable. That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to get out of this. There we go.
And I have one more in the Q&A. They just want to get your contact info so they could set up a meeting with you. There you go.
Excellent. That's my direct email and my direct phone number. And on the bottom there is the website, the web address. So yes, I usually leave about an hour just in case if we, depending on how detailed we get into the website, if it's just a couple of questions, that could be 15, 20 minutes. But I like to just tell people leave an hour or a half an hour, and I'll go through whatever you want me to go through. That phone call will be for you. Oops.
There was
Yikes.
another response in the Q&A. It just says, I was just wondering if the vendor is typically looking for the responses to be in a particular format.
It's hard to say because everybody is different. So they're going to have to read the paper or read the RFP. My computer just logged me off, so I'm trying to get back on here.
Okay, just wait.
I don't know why I was moving around. Oh, here we go. Failed to detect your microphone and speaker. All right, am I back on? Can you see my contact?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, now, yes. Are there any other questions for Chris before we wrap it up this evening? While we wait for the questions to come in, oh, hold on one moment. Let's see. There's some participant who would like to speak. I'm just going to allow them to talk. You can go ahead now.
Hi, Chris.
Hi, Dolores.
Hi, Dolores. I love the presentation. I know I spoke to you once. I don't know if you remember me.
I do.
I need to set up an next appointment to talk to you. But for the business registry account, do I have to like set up an account for that? Or
Yes,
how
you do.
I set up an account? Okay.
Yes, right here. So to join the registry, you would just click there, and it gives you instructions on how to do it. You're going to need, it explains what the difference is between your user account and the business registry account, who can join. Let's see here. Oh, and some information you're going to need before you create the account. Your DUNS number, your NAICS codes, etc.
Okay, I have the DUNS and the NYS. Okay.
Perfect.
So
Does
do
that
that
answer your
first
question,
before
sir?
I set up an appointment with you?
Your question?
Should I, okay, I want, for the business registry account, should I set it up first before I set up an appointment to talk to you?
Yes, because then I can show you more information on the
Okay.
website. Yes.
I'm
And just so
interested
everybody,
in the warehouse and the county cleaning, with the janitorial job. I would like to like how to set it up to or get in touch with the person about the janitorial job.
that would be, you would have to find ads first.
Mm-hmm.
Was that your question? Or because the jobs are not through the business registry, the jobs are through these ads right here.
Okay.
So what is your question? How to set up an appointment for these?
Well, I guess I have to look to see about with the warehouse and the county cleaning. So once I get in, then I could like set up an appointment with a person. How does it work?
So once she looks for the ad, what does she do? Once she finds the ad, she reaches out to the contact person to get the documents needed to complete the bid, right? Or
Yes, if the document's not listed here, then she would have to reach out to the contact info, yes.
Okay.
But if they're listed here, like this is the invitation for the bid. Let's see what's in here. So this is 39 pages long.
Wow.
So this gives you an idea of, you know, what they're looking for and how to fill out the forms, what's due when. Here we go. There's the list. They're looking to award this in January. So I don't think you would make an appointment to deal with, this is what, OPWDD. They're not supposed to talk with them if they're going to on it. Because they don't want to show, what's the word, like favoritism or what am I trying to say? They don't, like, give you more information than somebody else, because somebody else could complain like, oh, well, why did you talk to them but you didn't talk to me, type of thing. So they don't talk to too many people. I mean, if you have a question, when are these due? I'm sure that they could answer that. But as far as helping you fill out the forms, they won't do that.
Okay, does that answer your question, Laura?
Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
You're welcome.
This is Chris's contact information. Be sure to get her number and her email and reach out to set up that meeting and get started with looking up these opportunities or contract ads on the New York State Contract Reporter. That ending this conversation, I do want to announce our next week's webinar will be on the capability statement and networking for procurement. So once you become certified, the next step is to make your capability statement, right? And start networking for procurement. But how do you do that? So sit in on this webinar to learn how to, December 15th at 7 p.m. If you do not have the registration link, please reach out to the center. The number here is 631-851-6214. Browsing, if you put that in the chat. Or you can email us at eapcenter@suny-suffolk.edu to register for the webinar. Is there any other information that you feel we should know, Chris, before ending tonight? No? Hi, Chris.
I'll get cut off.
I believe so. Rosie, can you put the number in the chat with our email address? Thank you.
Yes, I put it
Okay, great.
in the
So
chat.
be sure to reach out and we'll get that registration set up for you. And I look forward to seeing you guys at the next webinar to help take your certification to the next level. Let's make that capability statement and start networking for procurement. Have a great night, everyone.
Thank you. Good night.
Welcome. Good night.